using this React.js. These concepts we are going to discuss now. Okay. Yes. Before starting the discussion about this React.js, first we need to discuss something about client server architecture. Means if you take, okay, yes, if you take any website, okay, yes, this website contains every website contains two different phases. One is designing phase, another one is coding phase. Okay, like that here, two different phases we have. One is designing, another one is coding. So now you can see this, just a small diagram I want to show with you. Okay, now here, yeah, any website if you take, yes. So here this
Sir,
website.
I have a question.
One second. Who is this?
Sir, me. My name is Rakib.
Tell me, Raki.
Yeah, sir. My question is, I don't know JavaScript completely. So, am I able to learn React? Like I know only JavaScript data object manipulation. So, is it possible for me to learn React completely?
So actually, I will discuss with you what technologies are required. Everything here. Okay. So JavaScript is
Okay, sir.
required. JavaScript is required. Moreover, I will teach the JavaScript to you. Okay, because if I directly teach that React concepts, you cannot understand. Okay, that is difficult to you. So that's why I will. The prerequisite is to learn this React is JavaScript. That's why first I will teach the JavaScript concepts. Later only I will start the React concepts. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So no need to worry about JavaScript. Yeah. So any website if you take here, two different phases here. Okay, one is designing phase, another one is coding phase, like that. Yes. In designing phase, if you observe here, we are using user interfaces, and in coding phase we are implementing business logics. Okay, yes, just we are implementing logics. Yeah, user interface is a normal concept only, just we are creating the front pages in the browser. Okay, so what are the technologies we are using to create these user interfaces? Okay, actually here different technologies are available. First, we are taking the support of HTML. By using this HTML, we are putting the controls. Next one, we are using CSS. Okay, for that cascading style sheets. Okay, next one here, we are also using Bootstrap. Like this, these type of technologies we are using here. What is that? Bootstrap. Yeah. So now, for example, in your application login form, if you take, that is one user interface. It contains the controls like username text box, password text box, and login button. These type of controls it contains, right? Like the registration form, that is one type of user interface. Like that, these user interfaces we are creating by using HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap. So HTML is providing the web controls. Okay, yes, like text box button, radio button. These type of controls are available in HTML. Okay, next one here, CSS Styles and Bootstrap. Bootstrap is for mobile compatibility, for the application compatible with different devices like desktop, okay, and laptop, like that. Okay, in this point of we are using these design scripts. Yes. Now logics, if we take, two types of logics are there. Yes, one is client side logics we are implementing, and next one is server side logics. Yes, this is very important concept. Okay, so client side logics means the logics executing in browser. Okay, that code is executing in browser, that we are calling as client side. Server side means the code which is executing in web server. We're calling it server side code. Like that, we have these two types of scriptings here. One is client side, another one is server side scriptings. Like that. Yes, fine. Now the thing is, what are the technologies we are using to work with client side script? Yes, the technologies are nothing but here JavaScript or next level of JavaScript like React, okay, or jQuery, like that, Angular, etc. So we have different types of client side technologies like JavaScript, React, jQuery, etc. Yes, yeah. Now here, server side. What are the technologies we have to work with the server side? Yes, to work with the server side, different technologies are available here. Those are nothing but, yes, 1 second. That line is okay. PHP, ASP, JSP, like that. Different types of technologies are available to work with this server side. Yes, yeah. Like that, we have these two types of logics we are implementing in web applications. One is client side logics, another one is server side logics, like that. Is this clear? Fine. Now, what is React.js? Okay, React.js, is it client side script or server side script? Yes, it is nothing but the client side script. Means React.js logics are executing in browser. To work with the front-end logics, means client-side logics, we are taking the support of React.js. Okay, now here, if you take this React.js, okay, yeah, it is library of JavaScript. Yes, React.js is nothing but the library of JavaScript. Yes. So here, library means what the meaning of library? Yes, library is providing set of functions. Yes, library is providing set of functions. These functions we are using in our application. Okay, so the benefit of library is nothing but we are using these libraries to get the predefined functionalities. Okay, yes, library is providing predefined functionalities. In that point of view, taking the support of libraries. Okay, yeah, React.js is nothing but the library of JavaScript. Okay, it is implemented by, okay, Jordan Waki. That person is implemented. Now here, implemented by Jordan, yes, Waki in 2013. This is the first version 1.x is implemented then, and the purpose of this implementation is nothing but to use in Facebook application. Yes, yeah. So in Facebook application, initially they used this one. Later Instagram and different applications they used this one. Okay. Now here anyhow is Jordan Waki is employee of Facebook Corporation. Okay. Yes, he implemented this React.js. Now here it is nothing but a client side script. Yeah. So I told you already client side script means which is executing in client system. We are calling as client side script. So what type of operations we can do with client side script? That is the main question here. So server side scripts we are using in which point of view, and client side scripts we are using in which point of view. That is very important point here. Yes. Now if you take this client side script React.js, okay, is the client side script. Now in which point of view are in this client side scripts? Yes. First one is to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. Yes, to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. Yeah. So HTML controls, if you take, All HTML controls are static controls. Static controls means what the meaning? At the time of loading the control, means at the time of loading the browser, what are the properties we have given to the control, those properties will execute. But once loaded, means after loaded, you want to change the properties, not possible. That is the concept of this. Okay. Yes. So to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls, in this pointer we are using the client side script. So here one example you want to see here, just a simple program I'm creating now. So for your more clarity, just HTML file I'm creating. So I have taken that HTML file demo.html like this. Now in this demo.html, I want to place one image control. So in my desktop, I have many images like mango is there and apple image is there like that. These images are there. Now what I am doing here, yes, I want to take img image tag I am taking here, and the source I want to provide to this image now. src is equal to mango.jpg. Yes. So that is the source, and something like width is equal to 100 pixels. This is the image control which I have taken. Now if you observe here, so demo.html, open this file as mango.jpg image is available here, right? Yes. Now is it static control or dynamic control? Yes, this is static control. Means properties cannot change now. So width I have given at the time of designing, and source also I have given, two properties I have given to this image control. So those properties are displaying here. Now my requirement is at runtime, means when it is loaded, I want to change the properties of this control. In this point, we are taking the support of client-side scripts. These client-side scripts are nothing but you can use either JavaScript or next level of JavaScript like Angular, React, Backbone, Vanilla, like that. But these days, most of the companies working with React, okay, and also Angular technologies here, because these are very popular technologies which we have. Is it clear? Yes. Now here, my requirement, when I click on this, I want to change the source of this image. So simple JavaScript you want to write, simply can write here like this, JavaScript colon source is equal to new source, something like apple.jpg. I'm not explaining any program. Just see the result of this. Now when I click here, then it is changed as apple. Okay. Yes. Like that, using client-side script, we can change the properties of HTML controls at runtime. That's the first point. Is it clear? Yes. Next point, any property we can change. For example, I want to take button control. Input type is equal to button, that is on HTML control, and some text I'm displaying on this button. Click. Now, this is the button control which we have. Now my requirement is when I move mouse over this button, I want to convert this control as text box. Yes, that is my requirement. Yeah. So here, so now here in this point of view, simple code I'm writing. Don't try to understand this code. I will explain with React.js. Okay, something on property I'm changing here. Yes. Now here, refresh, mouse over, then it is converted as text box. Yes. So like that, if you observe this one, yes, any property of HTML control, we can change by using this JavaScript. Not only JavaScript, we can also use the next level technologies of JavaScript like React and other technologies we can use. But here, compared with JavaScript, React is providing many features. What are these features we need to discuss? But before that, we are discussing what we can do with client-side scripts. Okay, so first point I told you, what is that? Change the properties of HTML controls at runtime. Yes, yeah. And next property, what is that? Yeah, next concept. Okay, we can validations, you know, right? Those validations, validate input controls. So here, text box is empty or not. Yes, password data, password matching or not. Like that, we can use these validations. So here, browser validations, you want to see, you want to execute. Then we are taking the support of client-side scripts. Next one, to execute logics in browser. Yes. So here, client-side script, JavaScript or React, Angular, etc. All these client-side scripts code is executing where in browser or server. Yes, it is executing in browser. Yes, yeah. But we can also execute logics in server by using some server-side scripts like PHP, ASP, JSP. Yes, we can also execute. We can also develop. Execute means, okay, by using server-side script also we can execute the logics. Okay. Now the thing is, which logic execution is faster? Client-side logic is faster because in which location it is executing in browser. Yes, yeah. For example, a calculator program you want to create. In that calculator program, number of button counters you are displaying plus minus like that. Okay. So in this point of view, if you write logics in JavaScript or any client-side script, those are executing in browser. Means whenever user click on this plus button, minus button, then what is happening here? Those logics are executing in browser. So that's why its performance is fast. Yes. If you take server side, every time the request is going to the server and response is coming back to the browser. Okay. That's why the performance of server side script is slow. Like that, the logics of JavaScript or client-side scripts, the result is very fast. That's why most of the logics were implementing by using client-side technologies. Next one, to work with Ajax. Okay, yes, this is very important. Okay, Ajax concepts we're implementing. Okay, those concepts we are executing in browser only because Ajax object everything is creating in browser. I will explain you how to work with this Ajax. But we want to handle the Ajax related concepts. So they're asynchronous JavaScript and XML means we are working with client-side code only. So these are main areas which we can cover by using client-side script, like dynamic HTML, DHTML, and input controls validation. Next one, to execute the logics in browser, we are using this one, and to work with the Ajax functionalities, also we are working with this concept. Okay, this is about client-side functionalities. Okay, so now JavaScript, yes, it is well, okay, industry adopted technology. Okay, many companies work with JavaScript. Okay, up to last few years, but recently drastic changes are there in this industry. Many relevant technologies, JavaScript relevant technologies are introducing, right? So these technologies in companies we are using because these are very flexible and less coding, okay, and more features providing. So in these technologies, popular technologies, React, okay. Now, what are the more benefits we have in this React.js compared with JavaScript? These points we need to discuss now. Okay, yes. So just now I explained you what is client-side script, what is server-side script. Client-side script which is executing in browser. Okay, we can call it as client-side script. Okay, server-side script which is executing in server. Okay, we can call it as server-side script. Yes, yeah. Now here client-side script functionalities are, yes, I told you these points, Ajax like that. Yeah. Server side, in which point of we are using server side logics? Yeah. Mostly server side logics we are using, yeah, to connect with the database. Yes. Yeah, to connect with the database. Every website, if you take here, okay, every website database is available in server machine. It is not possible to connect with the server database by using JavaScript or any other client-side scripts because those are executing browser. You want to connect them client database, you can connect, but not possible to connect with server database through, yes, this client-side scripts. In this point of we are taking the support of server-side technologies like JSP, Servlets, ASP, PHP. Some different technologies are available, right? Yeah, and moreover, we are using, yes, we are using this server-side scripts to work with the sessions and other concepts also like that. Okay, fine. Now, the thing is, here React, if you take, that is UI development technology. What is that UI development? What is the meaning of UI development? Nothing but front-end coding. Okay, yes, we are using in which point of view for front-end coding. Yes. Yeah, one person asking me. Yes. Will you teach Node.js also? Yes. Yeah, I will teach Node.js, but in this course, I don't teach Node.js, but communication with server through Ajax by using access package. In that point of view, we are using Node.js communication. Yes, like that. Now here, how to communicate with the database. Yes, are you getting now? Fine. Yes. Vastunda? Okay. Fine. Just power button is off here. That's the reason. Okay, fine. Now come to this point. Okay. So if you observe this one, just I told you these points. Okay, like that. React is the client-side script which we are using to execute in browser. Okay, and here this is very popular because most of the companies using this React because many features are there. So features of React, yeah, that concept we are discussing now. First of all, here if you take so simple coding, that is very flexible for us. So very simple coding is available in this React JS. Okay, and second one, just yeah, single page applications we can create. Yes, so single page application means everyone is feeling okay. Yeah, everyone is feeling one page only. Enter this application like that. Don't feel like that. Okay. So some people they're thinking here single page application means entire website contains only one page like that. Yes, it is not about single page application. Yes. Okay. Now single page application means when we are navigating from one page to another page. Okay. Then the browser will not refresh. The browser will not refresh. Yeah. One scenario I will tell you. Then here, this is the server and this is the application means web pages like this. You can see carefully here. Yes. We have different types of web pages like home is one page. Next one, services is one page. And next one, about us. Like that we have these pages. Now here some X is trying to access this web page. Yes. Then what is happening here? The response is coming. Yes, now here just we are taking the hyperlinks services about us like that. When user click on the services, then what is happening? One more request going to the server and response is coming back to the browser. About us, one more request is going to the server for about us. Okay, yes, like this, and the response is coming back to the browser. Like that for every request and responses. Okay, for every page navigation, one request is going and response is coming there. So that is the concept of this. Yes, fine. Now when you take this single page application, that entire mechanism is different in this point of view. Okay, the single page application point of entire mechanism is different. What is that? So here we are creating one object. I will tell you how to create the object, everything like that. So that object we are calling as routing object. We are binding all these pages here. Now when user is send the first request, then what is happening here? All these pages are loading in the cache memory location and storing like this. Okay, like that. Yeah, like that. In this location, what is happening? All these pages are loading like this. When user click on the services, then data is coming from this space here. About us, then data is coming from this space like that. Yes, yeah, like that means second time onwards. Okay, second time onwards, no need to send any request to the server. Okay, we are not sending any request to the server because initially these all templates are loading into the client's mission. That's why its performance is very fast and very advantage for us due to the single page application. Okay, so performance fast as well as Okay, so that navigation point of view, we are using different logics here. Okay, so those logics also we can apply here, like so some pages you want to restrict with, okay, these component users like authenticated user, okay, manager, like that, these type of authentications, everything we can provide using this concept. Okay, then we are taking the support of single page application. Only for this single page application we are spending around 4 to 5 days. Okay, and third point, if you take, yes, data binding is there. This is one very good, okay, feature. So the reason behind popularity of React and Angular also, single page application, data binding, these are very powerful concepts. Yes, yeah. So here, what is data binding? Data binding is nothing but a concept to bind a variable with the output control. Yes, yeah. What this concept? To bind, we are using this concept to bind a variable with output control. Means here, see, for example, one variable is there, like serial number is equal to 100. In this variable value, I want to display on the text box. Generally, what we are doing here, we are running some piece of code. Yes, so here, like this. Then it displays the output 100. Yes, yeah. Now, like that, this variable I want to display with other counters also. Then for these all counters, you have to execute this coding. Yes, yeah. If I change this variable value, okay, if I change the variable value, if I modify the value of variable, then will it update in the text box and other counters directly without modifying the code? No, it will not update. Again, you have to modify this code and you have to re-execute this code. Then only it will update on the other controls. Okay. So like that, this code we need to execute every time in this scenario. But if you take this data binding concept, what the meaning of this data binding concept? Okay, yeah. This data binding, we can bind the data with output control directly. Yes. We can bind the data with output control directly. What the benefit of this data binding? So no need to execute, yes, this code now. Without executing this code here directly, what we can do here, just we can directly bind the variable with output control. So what are the updates you are performing this variable? What are the updates you are performing on this variable? Those will affect on this output control directly. This is the main purpose of data binding. Is it clear? So how to use this data binding, everything I will explain to you. Okay, anyhow, if you observe here, so this React supports data binding concept. Is it clear? Yes. And the next one, virtual DOM concept is there. So in Angular, this concept is not there, but in React, it is available, virtual DOM. Okay, so this is very big advantage in React JS. What is virtual DOM? First of all, what is DOM? Okay, what is document object model? It is nothing but one object in browser. I mean, in memory location of browser, based on the HTML contours in HTML file. Based on the contours in HTML file, one object is creating here in this browser. Okay, that object we are calling as DOM. Okay, now you can see here. Yes, this is HTML file and this is the browser. Yes, this is file. Yes. So in this file, I'm placing some HTML tags like, yeah, I'm using some HTML tags like this. Okay, yes. Input type is equal to text. Okay, so div or paragraph, like there's some tags I'm taking here. Okay. Yes. Now here, when you load this HTML file, then what is happening? One object is creating in memory. That object we are calling as DOM object. Okay. Yes. In memory, one object is creating. So this object, okay, contains some sub objects like this. Okay. This object contains some sub objects like this. Yes. So then what is happening based on this? The browser is displaying the controls here. Yes. Now, if you do any modification, actually here, based on the HTML tags in this file, one object is creating here in RAM memory location. Yes, one object is creating. And this object contains the information of this files here. Okay. Now that output is coming into this browser. That is the concept of this. Yes, fine. Now, if you do any modifications in this control, then what is happening? Again, this object, okay, what the object we have taken here, okay, this object will update with the modification. For example, this text box I modified, then this object will update. And button I modified, then this object will update. Like that, this object is updating here. But whenever it is updating, what is happening? Every time it is reloading that object, recreating that object. That is the concept of this. Every time it is recreating that object. Okay. Now the thing is, okay, see, for recreating it is taking much time. If you take this React is providing one concept, that is virtual DOM. Means it is duplicate copy of this original DOM only. It is creating that virtual DOM here. So in this virtual DOM, we have the same components like this. What we have in that location, same components we have in this location. But the thing is here, whenever you are performing the modifications, then this virtual DOM is updating instead of original DOM. As virtual DOM is updating instead of this original DOM. Is it clear? Then the thing is, it is updating only that patch area in this original DOM instead of recreating the browser again and again. Means here, every time, I mean, recreating the object. Every time, object is not recreating when working with the virtual DOM concept. So that is possible with React. But if you take direct, okay, HTML file, so what is happening every time? What is happening? The original DOM is recreating, but when you take this React, it is providing one important concept, excellent concept, that is virtual DOM concept. So virtual DOM is a mediator between original object and this output page. When the modifications done in this output page, then virtual DOM is affecting first, and it is updating only that area in the original DOM. Means again and again the DOM is not recreating. That is the concept of this. Yes, yeah, like that we are using this virtual DOM concept. Is it clear? I will show you how it is working in this live environment. Everything we'll discuss here. Okay, fine. Next, DOM stands for document object model. Yes. Now fifth one. Yes, supports many services. Yeah, it supports many services here. So here, for example, any function point of you want to work, as further some services are required. Yes. So now if you take this React is providing many services. Okay, these services are very simplified concepts. For example, you want to work with Ajax concept. Yes. Yeah. Want to work with Ajax concept. In this point of view, JavaScript, if we take here one object we are using XML HTTP request object we are using, it takes some lines of code to work with this. But if we take this React is providing Axios. One service is available, only one line code requires to finish the Ajax concepts. Not only in this point of view, in so many point of views, we're taking the support of these services. Different types of services are available here. We are using these services in our application. Yes, yeah. So what are the services? I will explain to you. Next one here, JSX format support is there. JSX means JavaScript XML. What is the meaning of JavaScript XML? Nothing is there. HTML script we can directly place inside the JavaScript. Okay. For example, JavaScript function is there. Inside this JavaScript function, you want to write any HTML code. Then what is happening here? Error will raise in that point of view. It displays the error message. But if you take JSX format, what is the benefit of the JSX format? Okay. Yeah. We can directly place HTML script inside the JavaScript. It reduces the calling of HTML controls, coding, everything, because simply we can place the HTML code within the JavaScript. That's why no need to write document.get element by ID, these type of functions here. Okay, no need to use these functions to call the HTML controls into JavaScript. So that is very flexible for us. Okay, next one here, React Native. Yeah. What is this? It is a framework to work with mobile applications. The main benefit of React Native is cross mobile applications you want to develop, means hybrid mobile applications. In that point of view, we are working with this concept, React Native. Okay, so here one application compatible with any device. Okay, only one application which is compatible with any device. In this point, we're taking the support on React Native, but we don't discuss this React Native concept. That is separate batch. Okay, 2 months it will take here. But if you must know React code to work with this React Native. Okay, like that. Yes, yeah. Next one. Here supports many validators. Yes. So different types of validators are available, predefined validators. Yes. Yeah. So here, if you take this React is supporting different types of validators. So to validate the input controls like that. So no need to execute manual coding in this point of view. Different types of predefined validators it is providing. We can directly use this. Yes, next one. Yes. Supports Redux. To maintain state. Yeah. So what is state? I will discuss with you later. So data transmission from one page to another page. Okay, that concept we are calling as state management. So React is supporting one concept, Redux concept. This is very important concept to maintain the state of application. Is it clear? Yes. So this Redux we will discuss. Like that, these are main advantages we have in this React compared with JavaScript. That's why most of the applications these days we are using with React. Yes. Yeah. Clear? So we are starting how to work with these concepts, but the basic thing is we should know we should know the JavaScript concepts first of all. Once we clear with the JavaScript, then we can easily work with this React. Is this clear? Yes. So that's why initially I will discuss JavaScript concepts, then only I will start the React concepts. Otherwise, it is very tough to you to understand the concepts. Yes, yeah. So second point is I'm discussing how to work with the API services, all these concepts. Okay, we will discuss those concepts here, how to work with API services. And next one here, how to use that server-side interactions, like that. All these things we are discussing here. Yes, fine. So any questions you have in this point of view, any queries, let me know. Any doubts, any queries you have, please let me know. So just the what is React we discussed. Tell me, React is client-side script or server-side script? Yes. Yes, client-side script means which is executing in browser. Yes, fine. Now here, this React, if you take, this React is the popular client-side script to work with the front-end logics. We are using in which point of to work with front-end logics, like that. Okay, fine. Now, we will start the JavaScript concept first. If this session is available after session is completed. What is that? I didn't get you. Once again. Yes. If the session is available after session is. Yeah, so separate batch is there for Node.js, but it will take some time to start that one. Okay, yeah. You will get the information via website. Okay, next. Yeah. So tomorrow onwards we'll start to work with the programming. Yes, yeah. See in next class, I think a fee structure, everything, please discuss with the management. They will guide you. Okay. Course is 2 months. It will take duration. Yes. Okay. Any more queries? Fine. See you next class. You can leave now. Thank you.